It is not MFM's fault. Ex-minister spent 9 years in jail. They chose to stay in prison when no one bailed them out. Church lawyer spills. Really? They chose to stay in prison. They chose to stay in prison, Oga. This your statement, they smell, one will be bear. You even smell past away. The news in detail, please. However, a July 2016 ruling of a Lagos State High Court at the Igbo acquitted and discharged Jimo and 2 others charged with conspiracy to rob the church. The Mountain of Fire and Miracle Ministries MFM has stated that its ex-members who were locked up for 9 years chose to remain in prison because nobody went to secure their release after they were granted bail. Pastor Femi Jimo, who identified himself as a former MFM pastor, had accused the church of being behind his incarceration for 9 years without trial over alleged armed robbery. Jimo, who disclosed this in an interview with Yoruba Gidi TV, alleged that his trial started when he met the chief security officer of Pastor Daniel Olukoya at a native doctor's house. He said he was beaten and handcuffed while a divisional police officer shot him in the leg. According to him, his mother and sister went to beg Olukoya on his behalf, but he told them that he would be only released if he pleaded guilty in court. Also, a former usher with the church found that Olukoya ordered the police to shoot him. Olukoya also revealed this in an interview with his Yoruba Gidi TV. According to him, Olukoya wanted him dead because he refused to give false testimony against the pastor he identified as Femi Agbola. The former usher said he was prosecuted in 2008 without any concrete evidence to prove the allegation made against him. The chief legal advisor of the church, Davidson Adejunwa, during a press conference in Lagos on Friday, noted that the claims of being in jail for 9 years for an offense they did not commit was false, mischievous, and misleading. He accused Pastor Femi of being a serial offender in the ministry. He narrated 2 incidents in Warri and Ibadan that he claimed showed Pastor Femi's character while he was with the MFM. He said the claims of being locked up and in jail for 9 years for an offense they did not commit was false, mischievous, and misleading. Pastor Femi has been a serial offender in the ministry. If not forgiveness and magnanimity, what other reason or factor that will make an organization to keep giving its offending staff another chance after every offense committed? It is actually absurd to imagine that a church as big as MFM will go so low to frame up 2 of its ministers just because of a claim which is even false. They were never locked up for 9 years, they were granted bail, but nobody went to secure their bail. They chose to remain in custody. As such, a case of planned armed attack on credible intelligence against the church, which would have led to the death of any member, cannot be treated and handled internally by the church. You must report such to the law enforcement agencies saddled with the responsibilities to investigate and deal with such issues. And that was exactly what we did as a responsible church. Michael Gbadamosi, the chief security officer for Pastor Olukoya, whom Pastor Femi accused of meeting at a native doctor's house in Ogbomoso, was present at the briefing. He described the claim as untrue. I knew that Ogbomoso is in Nigeria, but I, Michael Olawale Gbadamosi, have never been to Ogbomoso before, he said. However, the July 2016 ruling of the Lagos State High Court at Igbo acquitted and discharged Jimo and 2 others charged with conspiracy to rob the church. The other defendants in the case were Henry Ayeworo and Caleb Olonrotele. Justice O.A. Williams in her ruling said, and I quote, I therefore find that the inference that there is an agreement between the defendants to commit the crime of robbing MFM Church cannot be made. The prosecution not having proved its case, there is no burden on the defendant to prove their defense. I find and hold that the prosecution has failed to prove its case beyond reasonable doubt. The defendants are therefore acquitted and discharged. Beyond that, one of the exhibits presented in court by the prosecution was a video recording of when the alleged suspects met in a bar to allegedly conspire to rob MFM. However, according to the testimony of the manager of the hotel in a court document obtained by Sahara reporters, the prosecution witness stage managed the setting. He said he permitted a friend of one of the prosecution witnesses to use the hotel's bar for a movie. The hotel manager said he was shocked to later find out that some of the actors had been put in jail. The court documents read, Paul F. Young, the manager of Jetro Hotel, testified as the DW5 defense witness 5. He stated that the prosecution witness 1, Adebayo Fatai, who testified as a security guard at Savannah Bar in Unike, and the prosecuted witness 3, 1 Akim Ashalua's customers. He reports that he was informed by 1 OGP, the prosecution witness Free's friend, that the movie will be shot at his hotel bar, and happily he gave his consent. He narrated how about 11 people, including the prosecution 1, the prosecution witness 1, the prosecution witness 3, OG, and the defendant came for the video shoot, and how it was set. He was shocked to see that the defendants on television and hear that they were armed robbers about a month later. He said that he was suspended at work for about a month for permitting the shoot and eventually sacked. When he met up with the prosecution witness 1, prosecution witness 3, and Orji after he got a new job and brought up the issue of the movie, Orji told him there was no movie, that is an arranged work and a business deal. When he probed him further, the prosecution witness 1 gave him a phone number which he called, and he spoke to a lawyer who told him the 3 people involved were in prison. Under cross-examination, he stated that he worked in Jetty Hotel in the Wire between July 2007 and the 19th of March 2008, and that the video was shot and above the hotel. He added that he was sacked because he did not inform the management or get approval before he allowed the film to be shot at the hotel. Things dey happen, shall. So they lured them into that place to pretend they were acting a movie and then use that particular video to come outside and say, like, I am, anyway, nothing they shock me again, sha. And you know, the thing is, do you know that a big name like this, just like, let's say, for instance, now, this is unrelated, but let me just say it here. The way people drag online vendors, small businesses, small issue, people don't go online, go they drag them. But you see those big brands like Zara, like Burberry, like Gucci, you dare not. You buy something from Gucci, it's spoiled 2 days later. Or you notice a default. My dear, you no go even there. You go mail them. At the end of the day, if they no reply, you You understand? You go tire. Do you understand? If you even come outside to the talk, then go talk say na because you want take money from these people. You understand? You go see even your fellow Nigerian contributors go tell you say what you want to do. Say you want take money from these people, now make you do what they do. You go dey difficult to see person wey go side you say not true. You understand? Everybody go just move on. But if you reach small Nigeria, now what how it relates to what is being said is that if na church we be say don't dey. All the church will be say don't big, don't stay for inside the country. They don't investigate this kind of thing. It go take personal investigators to enter the place, sneak into the place, monitor the whole place, get the information, then come outside. I'm telling you, I've read this particular article before and I was really, really almost teary that time because 9 years. Imagine what the lawyer is even saying, the lawyer of the church. Very nonchalant, smelling, poto kind of talk. That they chose to stay in prison. Does any sane human being choose to stay in prison? They chose to stay in prison. You do know what you're saying? How will they offer me freedom on a plot of good? They say I can walk free. And they tell me, and I'll come and tell them, no, I want to stay in prison because nobody came to bail me. Sure on here. It doesn't make sense. The thing is not making me to think back. Well, I'm going to say this. If this thing true, if this particular issue true, now waiting happen for the church, if this accusation, now MFM, now they at fault, the consequences, they wait for them. They're not going to run away from them. Alright, on this note, I've come to the end of the news. So thank you for tuning in to listen until I come your way next time. Enjoy the rest of your day.